right, so we're at the Zoom booth at ISE 2023 and we're showing off our NDI integrations, something we're so excited to have added to the product in our recent release cycles. So in this example, we're showing Zoom Rooms and our new NDI integration. So if we look over on the View tab, we can select Live on NDI as an output type. We have 12 NDI outputs that we can assign in the software. So I can tap on one of them and I can see all of my participants in the meeting and I can route them to NDI outputs. So in this case, I'll take Adam and assign him to output 1. On output 2, I can assign maybe the active speaker. I can assign my own local camera as well. So I can go through and I can assign up to 12 outputs from the Zoom room at once. We can do 6 of them at 1080p or all 12 at 720p. We also have the ability to set settings for the NDI. So under our new Advanced Settings tab, we can start the NDI outputs when the room comes online. We can set the frame rate and the resolution so it's persistent for the length of our session with the Zoom room. So it's part of our overall production ecosystem that we're so excited to be working with the NDI team on. And I can show you a little bit more about how that connects to receive side and how it works in our Zoom ISO product. All right, so now we're looking over on a different computer on our network, and we're receiving the NDI feed from the Zoom room, and we have Studio Monitor open so we can see the NDI feed. We can also use NDI Virtual Input to pass it back into our remote caller so I can start video in Zoom, and now you see the NDI feed that's generated by the Zoom room coming back in as a camera input inside of this Zoom client. So we're also excited to share more about how NDI works not only in our Zoom Room product, but in our Zoom ISO product as well. Zoom ISO is a custom-built Zoom client specifically for broadcast production, and it supports NDI 5. So we can go in and we can define our outputs inside of Zoom ISO as NDI, and now that video feed of that participant will be available at full resolution to our network. We can then receive that in programs like vMix or with the TriCaster, and we can put a production together using NDI as the backhaul for being able to receive the individual participant video feeds. We also have embedded, isolated audio inside of those outputs, so NDI can transport both our video and our audio feeds to third-party systems to be able to create a production using Zoom as the remote caller solution. All right, so as you can see, I can define an output. I can choose them by participant, screen share, active speaker, and then I can choose who I want to output. So in this case, I'll grab Adam again. And for my output protocol, I can select NDI. I can select a variety of resolutions, and I can choose to embed either all of the meeting audio or the isolated audio of that participant into the feed. So now if I receive this in a program like the TriCaster, I can see the participant's video feed as well as their audio, which I can preview here as well. So there's Adam, and that's now available to the network through NDI. One of the things we really love about NDI is how flexible it is. I can just define a series of outputs in my software, and it's instantly available to all of my devices on the network. So I don't have to worry about running lots of cable runs or managing how everything's going to connect together. It's very easy for me just to see, hear my sources, and connect them up right away. So we love how flexible it is and how immediately available it is. It also has great quality and really low latency, so it's usable in production environments, and we feel like we can rely on it. Outside of the Pro AV market, we also see opportunities for signage, displays, connected media, a whole variety of different use cases where we just want to send video from one place to another without running a bunch of cables, right? And that's what makes NDI so appealing. Its discovery is really straightforward, its quality and reliability is really high, and it's super flexible for all sorts of use cases, including professional events.